drivers are as crazy as I am. So here we go. Drivers, start your engines.
You're listening to The Logan and Cody Show.
Live from the Colin Willems Memorial Studios in balmy London, Ontario, Canada, it's The Logan and Cody Show. In the studio, as always, we have my bestie, Logan.
Howdy, everyone.
And the man behind the sounds and the voice. It's Matt, the producer.
Hey.
Remember to like, subscribe, upvote, tweet, email, fax, call, and remember to call your local radio station and demand they put us on along with the 142 other radio affiliates that have already done so. You can email the show at theloganandcodyshow@aol.com and visit our website at theloganandcodyshow.com. Get in our Discord. Feels pretty empty lately. We've got comments to read, emails, and as always, the phone lines are lit up. So let's get started. Coming up on the show today, we've got headlines, This Week in iRacing, everyone's favorite Radioactive. Back after a week's hiatus, it's the award-winning SERL report. We've got Conspiracy Corner with some guy that emailed the show. And finally, an exciting interview with William Walter Witt V. Let's get started with some comments. Coming in strong and retaining the title, it's Matt, the producer, with first.
Wow.
Nice job, buddy.
Thank you.
Joe Wright says turd, and Uncluttered says fort. I assume those both mean third and fourth. Nice. Intensity Broadcasting comes in again. Did you hear Trackhouse bought Chip Ganassi? Well, thanks for asking a question on our YouTube comments page. Intensity Broadcasting. That makes for good radio. And finally, we've got Michael Lawrence. Sad day. I found my rig. It's been parted out like a junkyard car. And he says they left it on blocks. Yeah, there's a big controversy going on with, was it Bustin' Bean's rig? Was it Michael Lawrence's rig? Is Michael Lawrence lying? Is Bustin' Bean lying? Hopefully we get some more information on that in the coming week. We'll open up our email box here. It's just spam. Stu. Damn it, Stu.
Oh.
All right, and I guess we will now move on to headlines. The number one headline for me is another year goes by without Canada bringing home the cup.
Cody, how many of those players are Canadian?
I have no idea.
Now, looking at Tampa Bay, 18 of their players are Canadian, where there's only a handful who are from the States.
But here's the thing, like Canada reveres that cup. Like they want it more than anything. The US doesn't really even care if we have it or not. Like that's gotta really stick in your craw.
Doesn't bother me. I sleep fine at night.
At the end of the day, it goes back to the Hockey Hall of Fame down in Toronto. So
there's three of them though, right? There's one cup that travels, there's one cup that the team keeps for a year, and there's one cup that always stays in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it sounds about right. It's changed over the years, but yeah, I think that's the most recent way that they do it.
Did you know that if you win the cup, you stay on the cup for a maximum of 97 years before the bottom ring is taken off and put in the Hall of Fame?
I didn't realize you watched that much hockey.
I'll be completely honest. My cousin won 2 Stanley Cups, so I'm pretty familiar with it because we got to party with him with the cup.
Who is your cousin?
Matt Green played for LA, which, by the way, I believe was the first team to win the Stanley Cup with more US-born players than Canadian-born players.
Look at you pulling out all these hockey stats.
Yeah, so the couple spend plenty of time in Canada. They'll all take it home. All right, on to non-hockey stuff. I just wanted to rub that into the Canadians. I'm sorry. Oh, big week for the iOS this week, guys. You ready for this? It did not get a new owner.
Just wait till next week.
Oh, man, that would be 4 in one season, 3 in one season? I can't even keep track.
I lost track. Yeah, too many.
In other big news, the Grandma Hagerman show got giant ratings. Logan, she's got to be happy about that.
Grandma was very happy to hear that. The viewers loved her interview. She wanted to literally bake cookies for all the listeners. And I'm like, Grandma, you can't do that. There was like 120 million people who listened. You can't bake that many cookies. So I finally talked her out of that, thank God. But I am planning to have Grandma Hagerman back on the show so we can finally find out who her favorite announcer is.
Can we do Logan and Cody show live with Grandma Hagerman, or is that too much?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. If you guys are available, we'll do it.
She's not going to like just cuss up a storm live on the air, is she?
No, not my grandma.
Looks like for the next headline here, we have, can anything stop Stephen Black? Dude got another truck win at Daytona road course. I don't know how Brian Nudie let Stephen Black beat him on a road course, but we're not going to really talk about Stephen Black because that's all we really talk about on the show. All right, Logan, early championship favorites for the iOS series. Let's start with ARCA.
For ARCA, I'm going to go with Brett Murrell. I think he's gonna win it this year.
Brett Murrell. Wow, that's a strong choice. I'm going to go Bobby Mays. I think the dude's consistent, and I think he can put it all together in the playoffs and bring home that coveted ARCA championship. Who do you got for trucks?
For trucks, I'm going with Kyle Mays.
Oh, you went with Kyle Mays. Interesting.
I mean, long as he doesn't wreck, I think he'll be a strong contender.
Man, I'm going to go completely out of left field here, and I'm going to go with the Cinderella story. I'm going to go with our very own David Chaput, music maker extraordinaire on the show. I think he brings home the truck iOS championship. That is, if Stephen Black doesn't do it himself.
That'd be huge. And I'd be excited for him, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Can you imagine his paint scheme if he was in the final four in the championship race?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it would be a pride scheme or what he would come up with.
I think there's a great chance, though, to have phalluses on it.
Well, that wouldn't be the first time.
All right, anyway, who do you got for Cup?
I have Brian Dees. I think he's going to pull it off. He's been pretty consistent, so I think he's going to win it.
That's a good choice. I really want to go with our very own Brian Nudie here because he's been robbed of so many championships, but I'm going to go with Caleb Willems. I think the dude's going to finally put it all together, and in tribute to his cousin, Colin Willems, he'll bring home that championship.
I lost all hopes in the Willems. When Caleb's cousin, Colin, went out last year and finished dead last, I lost all faith in them.
Yeah, he went out strong. He was battling for the lead for the first 4 laps, and then after that, nobody ever saw him again.
If Colin, God rest his soul, would have won that championship last year, we would have had 3 Canadian champions in the iOS series.
I'm sorry, I don't even know what the low tier iOS series was last year, but who won the championship in, I assume it's ARCA?
Jackson Qualley won it last year in ARCA.
That's right.
And then I won the truck series, which I'm still waiting for my trophy, which I'm positive I'm never going to get. And then Colin let me down last year.
Speaking of trophies, I still have not gotten mine. I wait patiently at the mailbox every day for it. Max says it's coming any day, and the mailman just looks at me sadly and says I have nothing.
When's the last time you spoke with Max?
We were hanging out the other night.
Hanging out, like in person?
Yeah, we're good buddies.
Wow, I'm kind of surprised. Why wasn't he racing last week? I don't think he raced any races last week.
Oh, I don't know. We didn't talk about it. It didn't come up.
All right, well, what else you got?
You want to go number of caution flags in the Cup race coming up at Bristol?
How many laps is that race?
Looking at the schedule here, it is 180 laps. That's a lot of laps at Bristol for iOS.
What's the record, 24?
I think that the record set in season 1 in iOS is 23 cautions, because I think we went 21 at Nashville earlier in the year.
I'm going to say 24 cautions.
Ooh, you're saying they're going to beat the record?
Yes, they're going to beat the record this week.
Oh man, I don't know if we're going to go that many. I'll go 18.
That's still a high number. I like how you think 18 is a low number, but that's a crazy high number.
Yeah, that's a lot of pacing. Because what is it at Bristol, like 4 or 5 laps per caution?
Yeah, it's something like that. The good thing about cautions, though, is it saves Grandma Hagerman on her data because she turns off her phone under cautions.
Oh, that's smart. Either way, 100%. We're running more caution laps than green flag laps.
Yes, I agree with you. 100%. It's going to be that way. We're going to be pacing.
Matt, how many caution flags do you think the iOS Cup Series will have at Bristol this week?
Unlike you guys, I have faith in our drivers, and I'm going to go with 10, a low crisp number.
Wow, all right. This is Price is Right rules?
Yeah.
Logan, ooh, that's rough. 24 or over.
I'm feeling confident. I'll be fine.
All right. Finally, I think wrapping it up here with headlines, Caleb Willems, we got to talk about this. Wrecks literally almost the entire field on the last lap in the Pelican Snowballs Super Speedway Series. That was pretty crazy.
That was crazy. Definitely was his fault.
Oh, 100% his fault.
Who did he wreck? Who was the driver he wrecked? Was it 27?
Steve
Yeah,
Loving, who was already pissed off at me, Colin, and Will for doing team stuff on restarts, but that's another story.
Yeah, I like how Steve called him out and said it was on the 17. And then Caleb comes on the radio and was like, are you saying that's my fault? But it clearly was his fault.
Oh, and even after the race, he was kind of like, well, yeah, that can kind of go either way. We're like, no, that's 100% on you, bud.
I'm kind of disappointed that he didn't take his cousin's line and say, I'm 70% at fault. That was a perfect opportunity, and he missed out on it.
There were 2 cars running at the end that made it through that cross the line on the lead lap, and that was it. There was no one else even in view. That's how bad the wreck was. I think we might have Caleb on next week for a special segment involving Todd Mays. So everyone look for that next episode.
Did you know that we're having a guy on today that wears a tinfoil hat?
He just emailed the show, and Stu brought you the email and said, put this guy on?
Yeah, I was just working away in my office on the 3rd floor of the Logerman studio, and sure enough, it's this guy. His name is Joshua, but we'll call him Josh, and he wanted to come on the show and talk about conspiracy theories. And I was like, you know what? I think it's a great idea for the show, so I reached out to him, and we're going to have him on.
You hear that? If you email the show, there's a good chance we'll give you your own segment, and you can go on the air.
It can't be worse than the beer guy.
Oh, you need to leave poor Ken alone. He's coming back if we make it to our special episode 10. Ken will make a return to the Logan and Cody show.
I'm sure the fans are excited to hear that.
Is that the thousands of fans standing outside the studio?
It's crazy because we're up on the 3rd floor, but you can hear them like just, it's wild.
We'll get Stu out there for crowd control.
I'm sneaking out the back.
Y'all ready for the Southern Excitement Racing League's weekly update?
This is Dakota Camper with the Southern Excitement Racing League weekly update. This week in the SERL, the 601K Truck Series ran their race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Justin Michael got the pole, but early in the race, Nate Maurer, Michael Christopher, and Blake Giglio battle hard up front, each leading several laps. After the first set of green flag pit stops, a caution comes out involving point leader Justin Michael. Several guys pitted, opting to take new tires, but Dakota Camper, hey, that's me, chose to stay out on the caution and restart from the lead with only a few laps until the end of the stage. With a great restart, no one could catch the number 3 in time, and I got the stage win with Jonathan Cogswell hot on my tail. Another wreck happens involving several trucks on the backstretch, and this time I pit with a few others that stayed out on that last yellow. The race went green to the end, and I surged back into the lead and pulled away from those on older tires. A final green flag pit stop for everyone showed different strategies, with some pitting early and some later. I reassumed the lead after everyone cycled through, and I got my first win in the SERL. Jonathan Cogswell finishes second, and Blake Giglio with third. With only 3 races before the chase, everyone is trying to find their place in the top 12. Current points leader is Justin Michael. The SERL Cup Series, presented by Simbox, went to Hotlanta to race on this configuration one last time. Bill Stringfellow gets the 0X Designs Pole Award. This race was hard fought up front between Bill Stringfellow, Justin Michael, and Blake Giglio. Jamie Dunning even got up front to lead a few laps. Justin Michael, though, got a large lead before the stage. But Bill Stringfellow runs him down from 2 seconds back, and they finish the stage side by side, with Justin Michael coming out on top. The rest of this one was a hard-fought battle between the top 3, with all 3 leading laps coming down to the finish. But Justin Michael prevails and takes the win at Atlanta. Stringfellow second and Giglio in third. We are getting close to the chase. The top 16 will race for a championship. Current points leader is Blake Giglio. Looking forward, the Truck Series will be at Watkins Glen this weekend for a 50-lapper. And the Cup Series heads to New Hampshire for a 155-lap shootout. Catch all the action on the Throttle Up Racing Network, and as always, thanks to SimShots for the incredible iRacing photography. Now back to you, Logan and Cody.
Now for the segment that everybody loves, Radioactive.
Come on, man. You guys just stay still on the track, man. Why are we moving? You're an ass. Why are you saying you're welcome?
Yeah, guys, I'm so sorry about that. Something's going on with my wheel, and I'm trying to hold it straight, but I'm having to turn it like 30 degrees right for it to be straight.
This wheel is so fucking screwed up right now.
Me too.
Aspinall, you were so lucky you're 14, motherfucker. I will beat your fucking ass. Too slow, my fucking ass, dude. You never even fucking slowed down. You're a fucking stupid little fucking piece of shit.
Sorry, 94, I locked him up.
It's all good. We had a major checkup there. I don't know what happened.
I wish I could drive with a straight wheel.
No worries, man. I'm way in the back.
Better be careful, Brian. Logan's getting close.
Da-dun.
Dude, I followed you, Brett, straight into that.
Yeah, that was my first off track, damn it.
Yeah, I wish I could say the same.
Jesus.
Yeah, sorry I got hung up.
Oh, my bad, Tyler. I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, definitely was an accident because Junior's fast, you know. Also putting a sign.
Yeah, man. I couldn't grab the mic. I was hoping you could see it.
Yes, sir. I didn't get a good run off that corner. Huh? I'll let you go now.
All good, man.
I haven't screwed up there once yet, Burger.
Good race, Brian.
Thank you. You were right there.
Sorry, Burger.
That was one heck of a race, Dylan. That was fun.
I locked him up, Burger.
Yeah, I overshot that bus stop. I feel like an idiot.
Oh, hang on into there, Brian.
That caught me off guard a little.
Do it for that.
Sorry, Zach. I thought that car was coming up from the grass.
Man, you want to race me like that on lap 5?
Want me to turn him, Brian?
Yes, please.
10-4.
Lap 5 is just a number.
Don't get none of them ladder points now. God forbid you do that.
Sorry, Brian.
You're good, Cody.
Can you slow the down next time?
Yeah, I was directly behind you. I couldn't see him.
I mean, that's just ridiculous, dude. I mean, you just ran me over for no apparent reason. Just lift off the damn gas.
Like I said, I was right behind you. I couldn't see him.
If you can't see why are you going full throttle? How does that make any sense?
I bounced off the wall.
Bro, you can't see the wreck. The wreck was to the left of us. You ran me over. You literally drove through me. That is.
Okay, pace car going into 3. Pace car going into 3.
Thank you, Brian.
Gone.
Edmund, can you hear me?
I got it.
Sorry if I scared you there, but you know my child almost knocked down everything.
16 needs an EOL, Nudie.
I took a set of tires, boys, on accident, so I might be on a little rails here, so I'll look out for you guys.
Who needs the EOL?
Don't worry about it now, Nudie.
Copy that. You're welcome, Dave.
Did I scare you, Kyle?
Take the inside here, Bobby.
Yeah, I can do it.
Isaiah, you going to take your other set now?
I thought about it. I'm just trying to see how many tires I can blow today. They should really put in a feature where I can go back in and take my old tires and put them back on. That'd be great.
I wish they would do that, actually.
You speed, Logan?
Unsafe pit entrance.
Red. Hey, Brian, I meant to say a minute ago. That was fun racing there, that first part there.
Which Brian?
You.
Good, Brian.
Whoa. Wow.
The better looking Brian.
Okay, now I got a big problem with that. Have you seen my OnlyFans?
Your price is too high, man. I can't afford that.
You guys are all wrong. The better looking, better Brian all around is right here.
You all spell it wrong now.
Weird. It's 2-to-1 spelt the right way.
I guess that's true. No damage. I'm good. Yeah, Pro, if there's a car in front of you, you got to slow down.
Hey, Logan, just let you know you blinked real hard twice.
Yeah, my screen froze there for a second. Right when the yellow...
That scared me a little bit because you disappeared.
Pace car's middle backstretch.
Yeah, man, I don't know if I came up or you came down or what. I don't know. I feel like I was holding my line and running it straight, but I don't know. I apologize, though. I didn't mean to turn or anything. All good, it happens. I could have. I got a little loose, or felt a little loose coming out, too, and I was trying to straighten it back up there. So, I mean, I may have came up a little bit. I don't know.
Do come up a little bit, but Brett also comes down just a touch. I'm going to call that a racing deal.
So who was more, just a little bit or just a touch?
You know what? No, never mind. I'm going to get, sorry, Blink, you're going to get the EOL for that one.
All right, I'll take it. That's fine.
We'll review it after the race, too, just to be sure and double check.
It's all good. I'll be back.
Blake just had a seizure.
I was looking for my hotkey for sorry falling back to avoid ladder points. So I think I may have took it out. I don't know.
I meant to say I'll take the outside, but it's too late now. It's okay.
As long as you don't deal it on the restart, we're good.
He's got fresh tires. He should be all right.
Fresh tires? That was like 24 laps to go.
Fresher. I'm going through the middle.
Man, freight train.
I'm sorry, Kyle. I tried to check up for Brett. I think he got float up there and pushed me up into you. I'm sorry, man.
Go ahead, David.
That was a little too close. My bad.
You're lucky, Nick. Next time I'm not going to lift.
If you'd pick a lane, I don't think there would have been an issue.
That's definitely going to be on the show this week.
I'm sorry, I meant to call top. If it's too late, I'm sorry, I can go to the bottom.
You're all good, man.
Anybody selling a set in the pit?
Man, you can't take them home with you, Isaiah. You got to use them. Don't tell me you already took your second.
We're not going to talk about it.
This guy.
Let's go, man. Big fast.
Tire spin's no joke on that start.
Sorry, Brian.
You're good.
Jeez, Kyle made me eat up about 8 laps of tires.
Sorry.
Someone got into my quarter there.
Sorry, 26, but we sent in it 4 wide in the corner, so where do you want me to go?
No, I'm not mad at you. I'm genuinely curious. I didn't know if we were 4 wide or 3 wide. Good looking 40 car.
Yeah, it is.
Wheeler, we both just about caused a huge wreck.
Yes, sir. I was all over the place.
Both of you did a good job holding that.
Appreciate it.
I puckered up for a moment. Sorry, Will.
Man, where the you come from?
I rolled the car off the gas and everything, and it just kind of stopped. It didn't keep going to the bottom.
You don't have tires, do you, Cody?
Nah, I was saving pretty heavy at the beginning.
Damn, I'm slow.
That was like a Kurt and Kyle moment, Brett.
Got him. Brian, when you get here, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I didn't want to burn my tires up trying to get past you either, though.
Thanks, Tony. Sorry about that.
Oh, this is getting fun.
Too much brake. Sorry, Bob.
Means I might need a black clear in about 6-7 laps.
I'll see you, Kyle.
How in the hell did you have me at the caution?
Come on, Blake. You got to go by me.
Sorry about that, everybody. That was me. I missed pit road.
Bobby is telling me to stay behind Daniel. I don't know.
Running out of gas, getting on the caution, and had to pit. Ridiculous. Pass that pace car. Pass the pace car. Come on.
Todd, there ain't nowhere to go, bro. You stuck.
Add a lap to it.
No!
Uncle Todd gets his lap back, Cody.
Yeah, that was a screwy deal right there anyway.
It was because of my position, honestly, on that last caution. I didn't pit.
Yeah, I come in and fourth and come out a lap down. I'm right there with you. I was ninth place and I came out a lap down.
And you pit on, like, during the caution?
I was on pit road when the caution came out and I had to pit because I was out of fuel.
Well, that's why.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. We can't make a lap around here. Green flag pit stops.
I made a green flag stop.
That one's a racing deal.
Bull, come on.
I had my wheels straight. I mean, I wasn't trying to go up into it or nothing, so I mean, it had to have been that.
Yeah, just forget it.
I apologize, Bobby. I wasn't trying to jack you up or nothing like that. We'll review it after the race to double check, but from what I saw, it looks like a racing deal.
I'd love to race with y'all, but I got to go serve this penalty, so I'll see you guys at the finish line.
Nice save, Bobby.
Nice save, Bobby.
Thanks.
Gonna block me all the way down to the bottom of the track? Damn.
All aerodynamics there.
Looked like he got loose.
How? Literally how, dude?
How do you do that?
Amazing.
How does he hit you?
He just straight lined it up the track.
That was definitely intentional. I seen that. Can you give me another line because I don't want to get anybody black flag. I can't go more than 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, Nick legit just didn't even turn. Got me in, deal. Yeah, that's going to be on the 16th for coming up the track.
You can go in front of me, Junior. I got to finish the race like this. Oh, he hit me so hard, my temps are gone.
William Walter Witt the fifth. You're taking the bottom, right?
No. I'm taking the top.
All right. Well, you got a lap to think about it. Just think about it.
I already thought about it.
I already gave you one. How about put some ski on that Fanatec bumper?
Hey, David, I'm going to pit right when the green flag drops, so I'll go straight in.
Thanks, Danny.
Tire saving mofos. Nice strategy.
It's all good, man. We're late in the race, running for every position we got. It's understandable. We haven't hit, so we're good. You scared me at one point, but we're good.
Yeah, 10-4. Cody, we got to get Cyclone some points tonight, man.
I called it was a bang, bang, boom, boom deal.
Just the typical iOS call. It's a racing deal.
I must say, there was some aggressive 3-wide driving for 10th place that caused that, so.
Hey, can we keep it clean for like 2 more laps? Me and Colin have to piss like Russian racehorses.
Let it flow.
If you do blink out, just blink out around Devin. He won last week. He doesn't need to win this race.
Yeah, if I blink out around anybody, it's definitely going to be him. I'm going to wreck it. Get my spotlight on the Logan Cody show.
You won't.
No, I won't. I just really had to pee. I just want to see a white flag.
I'm taking out the top 5 and letting the 40 car win.
Man, hell with that guy and his high-priced OnlyFans.
How did you know my plan? He's got a good-looking car tonight.
Sorry about that, Kyle.
Hang on to it, Eddie.
Hey, Logan, I don't know what your screen's saying, but it's telling me to let the 74 by, and he's ahead of me.
Mine said to pass you. Now it's good.
Jacob, you're going to have a lot of blacks to clear.
Well done, Michael.
Well, I'll see you guys at the finish line. You guys are gone.
Couldn't get more to the right. Whoever that was that spun across my nose.
Thanks, Uncle Todd.
No problem.
37, you're really blinking.
Got me, Logan. I wasn't sure what David was going to do.
Man, if you can take that corner at that speed, I really do suck.
Junior, I got to give Zach some time. I blew the chicane.
What's that?
Said I had to slow down. I blew the chicane pretty good.
I made it through the chicane fine, and I caught the turtle right at the end. Looped me around twice.
Oh, sorry, Eddie.
Oh, good, brother.
I tried to make it loop left, man. I feel horrible about that.
You should.
I think I cooked my tires, Josh. My bad.
You're all good, man.
They were hot. When I spun around, I just left it on the throttle.
Nice save there, 55.
Here, take it, Joe.
Thanks, sir.
Damn it.
That was close, Pat.
That's okay. It didn't take my fuel, so I got to go back in anyway.
That's reverse.
Come on inside, Steve.
Thanks, Mark.
Must be some oil on the truck.
Brandon in the infield.
Thanks, DJ.
You're welcome. Clearly, I could not slow down enough. Don't got a copy. Was that necessary? Kind of hard to talk when your mic ain't working, buddy. I don't really know what your problem is. Can we just drop it, please? As long as he gets some ladder points for intentionally wrecking right there.
Steven, I should have let you go right here. That was a hard corner to let you go on.
Good win, Steven.
Hey, Steven, let me buy in case some people wreck in front of me.
40 car, you suck. I know, right? I'm just going to do burnout. It's a long way to drive.
Good run, Devin. TJ Chapu did say he's sorry. His mic's just not working.
Damn it. Good race, Logan.
Good race, man.
God, that apron's lethal.
Yeah, it's like driving off a cliff.
Relax, Steven.
Somebody missed that turn bad.
Come on, Will.
Nice save.
I'm pushing Cody. Just stay in line here. We can catch that front pack.
Don't hurt me.
Don't mind me up here.
All right, let's go together. Next one.
I even typed it in the chat.
Boy, damn, Cameron. Come in hot, boy.
I need to move over.
Coming in hot. Sorry, I missed the shift, TJ.
I was like, damn, he's going slow.
Yeah, I didn't think I was in the top end of the gear already.
I didn't mean to run in the back of you, but I definitely wasn't expecting you to be there.
You got full power, Shapu?
No, sir. Come on, Brandon. We need to get in line so we can catch these first 5.
We are 6 seconds behind.
Not anymore.
They coming into turn 1, try to go up the track a little bit and then turn back down. I feel like we just scrubbed too much speed trying to stay on the yellow line through 1 and 2.
10-4.
3-car push don't work. It was a good push, but I wasn't expecting it.
Matt, if you run a little bit lower off the wall, I'll be able to push you better. I like the line you're running. We're just a little too close to the wall. It scares me when I'm trying to push you.
I think you got too much right side damage, David.
Take one for the team and turn somebody.
Yeah, at least wait until I get one of my laps back.
I'm having so much fun running for 7th place, 15 seconds off the leader. It's a great time.
I should have just stopped on the track. Oh, wait, this is an iOS.
My bad. I was thinking we better catch it before we pit. I was like, zoom.
Thank you, Josh. Nothing's intentional.
I call it a racing deal. Wrong bump at the wrong time, probably. That'd be more my fault.
Yeah, when I guess it was the 09 spun, he came down, and it looks like he hit me, but I never felt anything. It was just netcode. His car's at half of mine.
That was me.
You're wrong.
The 55's Mike screwed up and has a black. Can you get it cleared?
Thanks for letting me in, Dave.
Pissed off TJ coming through. Beep, beep. He wants to go to the front. Get in front of me.
My bad, TJ. Never seen that lap car.
Fine. I can't pass anybody.
Definitely happened up front. It was right in front of me.
Had to be about 10, somewhere in there.
Yeah, and all the leaders ran through a bunch of debris. Shows you guys should go in and pit, take tires, make sure you don't have no problems.
Thanks for the tip, Josh.
Somebody took it 4 wide.
You should be able to go 4 wide here easily.
Yeah, there's 5 lanes. Plenty of room.
Where's the pace car?
Turn 1.
Coming off the 4.
Fingerman, did you ever hit me in the back, or is it just I got taken out by the side? I can't really tell. Or did it all just happen?
I don't ever remember hitting you at all.
It does look a little weird, though.
Logan, you're hilarious, man. I didn't hit you. What are you talking about?
I don't remember hitting anybody. What are we talking about?
You're a true race car driver.
Fully expect 35 to drag the brake to let 17 in so the team of 3 can stay low and try to leave us high and dry. They've been doing it all night.
Oh, that's the plan.
Yeah, all those guys up front, especially the 35.
Yeah, he's a real dick.
Yep.
Oh, Nick Maverick just died. He is completely dead.
Good job. Thanks for that.
You 3 are a real treat.
You tried to cut me out of the line.
Many of times.
Too soon, too soon.
Derek, I'm on the bottom, out of your way.
So, shake and bake to the front is what you're saying?
10-4. Let's get one of them back to Hardway. Will Witt Memorial. I didn't know he died.
Are any of the schemes catching your eye yet?
I heard Cody was going to pay himself $35.
Dylan, do you have any favorite schemes yet?
I think he said the Green Bay Packers was his favorite.
What are we talking about here?
I said, you like the Green Bay Packers paint scheme the best.
Oh, yeah, I'm digging your paint scheme.
Hey, I got your number, your old high school number on the side of mine. Come on. It's on the B pillar.
Derek, you're disqualified. I said eggplants only.
Will, is it true you have a small penis? Well, just so you know, Dylan actually designed this paint scheme.
Why am I having to stay behind the lap cars as a car on the lead lap?
Did you pit?
Absolutely did not. Not in this caution, I haven't.
Dylan, those are cherries, just so you know. Will loves cherries.
Oh, it's a cherry tree. Got it.
Dylan, did you hear my question?
Can you fix Will's small pee-pee?
That sounds like a personal question.
Yeah, 3 wide through the middle on the restart. Works every time.
You get that 2-car run there, TJ?
Cody, get off of all teams.
I'm wherever you are, TJ.
Oh, we're going to the front.
Last one there is a penis pump. Cody, let him win it.
Josh's quest for truth.
This week, we're going to try something a little different. We got an email, the Logan and Cody show at AOL.com, and it was a guy telling us that he had a couple theories that he wanted to talk about in the show. So we're going to bring in Joshua, even though we're going to call him Josh. Josh, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you guys today?
We're great. We're excited to hear about what you're going to talk about. So what are you going to talk about today?
Well, today I'm going to talk about a theory that the Great Pyramid of Giza might have been used before, like, I guess the pharaohs got to it as it was used as a power plant.
Interesting. All right.
It is bizarre. I mean, it's crazy weird, and like I have most pathetic grasp on like this stuff. I've been attempting to try to like pump in as much knowledge in my head, but like the retention level is very low, and like I'm trying to write this stuff down, but there's just so much, and it's overwhelming because it's insane, and like I'm trying to grasp it, and like I'm not a scientist nor am I an engineer like this guy who created this theory. So it's just like I have as many questions as I have answers to some of this stuff. This guy got special access to the pyramids because he's like an engineer, and I don't know, he has a bunch of interesting connections to other scientists and Egyptologists, and he got in and started doing a bunch of crazy measurements and stuff, and like taking into account like the structure of the pyramid, kind of put it all together and created this theory that, yeah, like it somehow made power through like resonance.
What were they powering?
Well, that's the other thing is like I think that's the missing key to this is like they don't know what they're powering, and this is why he's been on like Ancient Aliens and stuff. The gentleman's name is Christopher Dunn, and he wrote this book called The Giza Power Plant. I think it was like back in the 90s or the later early 90s. Some of the ancient alien dudes, they think that maybe he was powering like spaceships or like the pre-dynastic period. They might have been powering crazy technology or something. I mean, some of the structures and the way that they cut these stones in granite, like they still don't know how they did it, and like to think that they did all this stuff with copper tools is just ridiculous because like the accuracy of some of this stuff in the stones is within like a thousandth of an inch. Like engineers go in there with like special tools and they type this stuff out, and like you couldn't produce this stuff easily today. So how did they do it? 5,000 plus years ago? It's insane.
So are they saying that a piece of the puzzle is kind of missing, that they think the pyramid was a power plant, but they think there's much more that hasn't been found that explains much of this other stuff?
The conspiracy may come in as just like, well, why the Smithsonian and like the Egypt Museum, like they're maybe hiding some of the artifacts that they might have pulled out before some of these other people got to them. And even when I was watching some of the stuff that Christopher Dunn was talking about, he was like, he got special access to like their archives, and like he got to see some of these things that like maybe normal people don't see, and some of the stuff has no obvious use, is made out of like metal and other crazy stuff, and like they don't know what it was used for, and he's trying to pair this all back to it was probably being used to part of this power generation or maybe for stuff, but yeah, so there's like a hidden aspect. I don't know why they would hide this information because it's not like this is gonna do anything for anybody if you knew the truth. Still, like the whole aliens thing is very much hidden. People love this stuff, and that we still have no answers to it. So maybe that's part of this. I don't know exactly.
You mentioned aliens. So, sorry, you think aliens are involved in this?
When you look at some of the shafts and how there's air shafts that shoot out at a specific angle upwards, it's just kind of odd because with the resonance, the way that it looks here is that there's an entrance on one side, a lower, what they call the Queen's Chamber, and then there's a grand gallery going up, and then the King's Chamber in the middle, and then two air shafts that shoot out from there. Like it's, I don't know, some of the pictures and depictions are that like maybe energy or like, because they're using like vibrations or like sound energy or acoustic is sort of energy. It was maybe tuning it up. And then like some of the pictures I was seeing and some of the stuff is that maybe there was some sort of up in the sky taking the energy and beaming it back down. There's more questions than answers here, but that's sort of some of the ideas.
Tell us what keeps you up at night.
The thought that they're withholding information from me that could maybe further my life in some form or fashion.
Who is they?
I don't know, maybe the powers that be. Like in Egypt, there's this guy named Zahi Hawass, and like he's almost infamous there, where like he was controlling a lot of the stuff that happened, would only allow certain people in. Like he furthered his own career, but really didn't do anything to further Egypt and its own like ideals and stuff. So I don't know. It just seems odd that the people who have all the power are just trying to use it to further themselves and not humanity.
Are you saying that like the technology back then that they were using in this power plant pyramid is actually more advanced than what we have now?
Well, I mean, I guess it is because they're using sound or like acoustic energy to power stuff, and we don't do that now. But yeah, I guess, and it could maybe come to a point of like having free energy, and like energy market right now is extremely controlled and it's crazy lucrative. So like you wouldn't want to just guess if it was to be hidden. You wouldn't want anybody to be able to power anything with just mixing liquids and I don't know, using sound to like power your own house, because then everybody would maybe be free.
Unrelated to this pyramid deal, in your opinion, what is the number one entity that we should all fear?
Those who control this world with money and stuff. Everything seems to be money-based or controlled. Like you follow the trail of money and you see where things go right and wrong. Like I read a post today about like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. It's like they have trillions of dollars, and like instead of furthering humanity, they're trying to race to go out in space and stuff. Like why not race to try to like cure like hunger or something like that? I don't know, not to say that like capitalism is a bad thing and people shouldn't be using the money that they made through hard work for their own personal gain, but at the same time you have like generational wealth that you couldn't use in a million years, and they're still choosing to use it to further themselves. It just seems odd. Those types of questions I guess keep me up.
So Josh, we appreciate you coming on the show and sharing your ideas and theories with us. If people want to get in contact with you, they can send us an email at the Logan and Cody Show at AOL.com, and we will forward it to you. Josh, we look forward to hearing what you got next week. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Our next guest, he is a 5th-generation nitwit and the latest winner of the Pelican Snowball Super Speedway Series. Please welcome Will Witt to the show. Will, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me, guys. Pleasure to be here.
Will, when did you get into iRacing?
So I got into iRacing actually back in 2013. Joined because my dad wanted me to join this league. Not iOS, but long before. If you go back to sim racing, though, I've been on that since probably 2005-ish, somewhere in there.
So was your first sim racing NR 2003?
Yes. Yeah, it was. Back in the good old days.
What kind of rig setup do you got?
So honestly, I'm just using a computer desk that I found somewhere. I don't remember where. I have a 50, I think, inch TV that I use as a single monitor. I don't do triples or VR or anything like that. So, and Logitech G29 wheel that I picked up last year. So it's fairly new to me.
But we know you race in the iOS League and you race in the Pelican Snowball Super Speedway Series League. Is there any other leagues you race in?
Yeah, so currently, well, we're taking a little bit of a break right now. There's only one other series that I run in, and that is on Thursdays just before the Pelican Series. I run dirt. I run the pro late models. The guy that runs it, I've known him for at least 15 years. It's been, basically, we've met in the NR 2003 days, and that's actually kind of why I got back on iRacing, was for the dirt, and he invited me in to do it.
You have, I think this season in the Pelican Series, you have 2 wins. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct. The latest Pelican Series was iRacing Super Speedway or Coca-Cola Super Speedway for ones that have been around for a while. Got that in the trucks the other night.
In the iOS Series, do you have any wins in that series at all?
Not this season. I actually haven't got, since they started running Cup cars, I have not had a win. So that would be, I think we're, season 3 for Cups, but it's technically season 4. I think I got a street stock win back when iOS first started. It was street stocks and ARCAs. We would alternate between the two. So I think I got one of those. I think I got a couple ARCA wins.
Are you not a fan of the Cup car then?
Honestly, I'm not. They're too easy to drive. My favorite car on the iRacing server is honestly the ARCA cars. They're difficult to drive. It takes some talent to drive them. Cup cars, it's pretty much keep it to the floor and steer.
I agree with you 100%. That's my biggest complaint with it. Everybody's lined up on the top line, drafting on the 1.5 miles. It's no fun at all. The ARCA cars are a lot of fun because you actually got to drive the things.
Yeah, where were we in iOS and Cup this week? I mean, you could flat foot it and dirt track it if you needed to, because their car would hang out so much. Yeah, you'd lose a lot of speed, but you can't spin the car out. The ARCA car, if you tried that, you're going in the wall.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. I think iOS might go Xfinity this season for the Cup Series.
I'm honestly hoping we bring the Xfinity cars. I love those cars. Those are a lot of fun to drive as well. But the Cup cars, they're not that much fun to me because they drive like they're on rails.
So your full name is William Walter Witt the Fifth. Tell us a little bit about that.
So yes, I'm the 5th generation. And actually, that's kind of how I got my number. I've always ran 35 in NR 2003, iRacing, done some real life stuff. I always ran 35. So yes, my full name is William Walter Witt the Fifth. So my grandfather, as soon as I was born, gave me a nickname, 3x5. So I have 3 W's in my name, and I'm a 5th generation. So I used to run 3x5 or 3x5. And then I got rid of the X eventually. So now I run 35. But yeah, that was my nickname. As soon as I was born, it was 3x5.
Did you play any other sports at all?
I guess we go back to, I was real little. I did play a little bit of baseball. Was terrible at it. I think I hit the ball once. I did play basketball for quite a few years. Enjoyed it. Unfortunately, high school, drama, coaches, all that kind of BS. Only played for a year. I played football for as long as I could. My sophomore year of high school, I ended up screwing up my back, so I wasn't able to play the other 2 years. But yeah, I played football basically as long as I can remember. They had a kind of a little league. I don't know exactly what you call it, but I was probably 10 years old first time I played football.
So before you go, I have to ask you, what possessed you to create your own paint contest based on your name?
Okay, that was not my idea. That was all on you, Cody. You just said you were going to put up $25, and I said, hey, if we're going to do this, my number's 35. I'll throw an extra $10 on it. We'll make it work.
Because you're a 5th generation Will Witt, you may know this answer. King Philip II of Macedonia was associated in 336 BC and was succeeded by his son. Who was he? Alexander the Great, Philip III, Diadochi, or Antigonus II?
Wouldn't that be Philip III?
The correct answer is Alexander the Great.
You threw me for a loop. You threw that third in there. You're like, oh, you got to know this one.
Well, Will, we appreciate you coming on the show, spending some time with us. It was great learning more about you and how you got into iRacing. Good luck on the track this week.
Yeah, thanks. And thanks for having me on the show. Good luck to all of you on the track this week as well.
Thanks, Will. All right, let's get you caught up on this week in iRacing. Sunday night, it's the Blazing Pedals Series at Michigan. You can find that on Turn 3 Racing Network. The SERL Cup Series is in action on that same night. You can find that on Throttle Up Racing Network, and that's a 155-lap race at New Hampshire. Monday night, it's the iOS ARCA Series with a 60-lap race at Texas under the lights. Also under the lights, Tuesday night, you can find the iOS Cup Series with 180 laps at Bristol. Wednesday night, it's the iOS Truck Series, and they're going to run 100 laps at Iowa. Remember, all iOS races can be found on Intensity Broadcasting. Thursday night, it's the Pelicans Snowball Super Speedway Series. They're going to run the Cole Trickle 125 at Daytona International Speedway. Saturday night, and wrapping it up for the week, it's the SERL Truck Series going 50 laps at the Glen. Both those can be found on Throttle Up Racing Network. Hi, my name is Robbie Robertson, and I'm here to tell you about a new iRacing league I'm starting called SRA. The SRRA is currently recruiting, and I am excited to announce we just released the schedule for Season 1. In the SSRRA, you will race exciting tracks such as Nashville Fairgrounds, iRacing Super Speedway. With the SRSRRA season championship being 500 laps at Martinsville in the COT car. As you can tell, the SRSCRRA is going to be a great time. And remember, there are no fast repairs and the incident limit is 3. So apply to the SRSCRRAS series on iRacing and get ready for the ride of your life. Once again, I'm Bobby Anderson, and I hope to see you in the SRSCRRASP. All right, welcome back. That's all the time we have for this week. But before we go, we'll do what we learned, and we'll start with Matt, the producer this week. Matt, what did you learn on the show today?
Well, I learned some pretty interesting facts about, the Pyramid of Giza. And, I think I'm going to have to go do my own research when this is all over.
I wouldn't use the word facts so confidently there, but we'll see how it goes. Logan, what did you learn?
I learned that Mr. Tinfoil Hat Josh needs to move out of his mother's basement and get a job so he can buy a high-quality mic. I also learned that Dakota Camper won his first ever race in his own league.
I learned that Will Witt is the 5th generation nitwit. That is all the time we have for today. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thanks again to all the people who make this show possible. David Chaput for the amazing music you hear on the show. Stephen Black for the awesome logo. Thanks to Dakota Camper for not only the incredible job broadcasting, but for putting together the weekly SERL reports and allowing us to share them with you. Brian Nudie for doing a lot of the creative. If you want to talk about the show or just cause general mayhem, get in our Discord. It has been awfully quiet in there. We will leave you with the calls of the week. See you next week.
A hard-fought battle all race long between our top 3. But Justin Michaels gonna get it done. Stringfellow second, Blake Giglio in third. What a fantastic finish.
And here comes Nudie to the stripe for the win. Nudie Dominant.
Stephen Black, when he took the lead, it was no looking back after that. He is your winner at the Daytona Road Course.
But you know, is going to hold off Zach Cox, and he's going to take the win. Blake Hensley's going to come home in third, and Brian Dees, Cody Moore in fifth.
Will Witt and Cody Moore side by side. They go crashing at the line. Will Witt will take the victory. Cody Moore, a very damaged race truck, in second. Tony Brennan going to come around and finish third.